Yo, what's going on? Titans fans, maybe. I feel like if there are any Titans fans, they've possibly jumped off of the ship here. Welcome to game number 7, Titans versus Patriots. And it's going to be a tough one, man. The Tennessee Titans are 1-5. The Patriots are 4-2. They're playing great football. And by they, I'm talking about New England, not the Titans. We know that the Titans fired Brian Callahan. So they have an interim head coach who has stepped up here. It's Mike Vrabel's return to Nissan Stadium, former head coach of the Tennessee Titans. It's been a rainy morning here in Tennessee. Is there any hope? Is there any hope in a W this afternoon? Happy NFL Sunday, guys. Got a lot of action going on. Got 2 hot links down in the description to watch this game. We are also tracking our sleeper picks. More on them throughout the game. We'll get a check-in, but I'll show you the picks that I personally locked in for this game. We shared them a few days ago. We're trying to turn 20 into 40 on the #1 sports app sleeper. I have Drake May throwing 1+ passing touchdown. I have Spears at 25+ rushing and receiving yards. Stephon Diggs at 3+ receptions. Drake May throwing for 200+ passing yards. And Aya Manor 25+ receiving yards. So these are my picks, $20 to $40. We've won 2 in a row. We're on a 2-game win streak with the NFL picks. So let's see what happens. I'll be 100% honest. We keep it real around here. I have the Patriots winning 24 to 14. I don't have the Titans getting a W this afternoon, but anything could happen. Shout out to everybody who's here in the stream this afternoon. I saw Patty Snow checking in bright and early. Mr. Peanut in here having a little bit of fun at Miami's expense. More than welcome to troll. We'll see y'all in the playoffs if you can make it there. We got Kane up in the building. We got Brandon Hurricane B. Kyle says, Amber said, Coop, today we are her enemy. Oh, that's right. She likes the Patriots, right? Good grief. I don't know how you do it, Kyle. I see Khalil in here. Your official daily American Rec Talk. Man, that was a good time hanging out in your gaming stream. I always forget that you're a big gamer too. I'm sure you noticed my back wall, didn't you? My OG Xbox games up here. You know how I feel about them old school games, man. Check it out. What do we got up here? Here we go. I don't know exactly what you're a fan of for sure, Rec Talk, but we got the Morrowind on the OG Xbox. We got Halo 2 back there. KOTOR 2. Yeah, buddy. Anyways, let's not get off on the gaming kick because I'll never shut up. Noel Squad checking in. Man, how about that Florida State game? Am I right? Stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning watching that game, and they lost to Stanford. Stanford has a coach on like a 1-year contract. He's only going to be there for 2025 while they're actively looking for somebody else. You know they've given up, right? If Florida State... I was wrong again. Coop was wrong again. We're on a losing streak with our predictions. I said there's no shot. Is down bad as Florida State is, there is no way. Even having to travel all the way out to Stanford and play that night game, there's no freaking way they're going to lose that. Absolutely not. I was wrong. They fall 20 to 13. Stanford only had 283 total yards of offense. Florida State outgained them by almost double, still lost the game. Florida State has given up. You can tell they've given up on Mike Norvell. He's gone. I was arguing with people last night, 3 o'clock in the morning. Mike Norvell's fired. No, he's not. They can't afford it. I said, yeah, right. We'll see. There's no way he's fired this season. He's going to be gone. The team has given up. The fans have given up. There's no hope. He's gone. In my opinion. We'll see. Yeah. They'll come up with the money, all right? They'll come up with it. We got Cypher in here in the building. Who the Bengals got today? Are they playing? Just kidding. We knew that. They squeaked out the victory against the Steelers. I had a sleeper play on it, and we talked about it on Thursday. My apologies. See what I'm saying? It's early. It's basically the butt crack of dawn. Cypher. 1 p.m. What are we all doing awake right now? Good grief. Kane's off 2 checking in. Rocky. Appreciate y'all being here if I missed anybody. And I know people were saying still pissed about the Miami game. I feel you. I tried to go live and vent a little last night. I feel like I really didn't get my point across. But it's Sunday. I'm going to kind of try to shift over to Stanford. No, I do not think that Miami loses to Stanford because they beat Florida State by technically more than we did. That's just not how it works, but I understand where you're coming from. Miami's going to beat the snot out of Stanford. Straight up. Yep. With Flacco. I know that's crazy. But that one stung. At least Mike Norvell will be gone. We all agree that Mike Norvell is out of a job, right? There's absolutely no way. 50 million, 60 million, 100 million. Mike Norvell is gone. There's just no way. Whenever you drop that many ACC games going back to like September of last year, when you can tell that the players have given up, when there's going to be no support coming in from the fans, you will find a way to make it happen. Hit up every single fan across the country, and I don't know if they each donate $5 or $10 to the Fire Mike Norvell Fund, you can make it happen. There's no shot. There's just no way. Absolutely no way. Rocky says, let's go Bears. I'm pumped for this one, y'all. I'm pumped to kind of see how they play without Brian Callahan. I don't think there's going to be some sort of huge jump, but maybe he kind of unlocks something in Cam Ward. Maybe this guy kind of says, hey, let's change it up. Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's take some chances. We're 1-5. So what do the Titans have to lose, really? Like, really? So come out here, take some chances, and maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll see a little something. Maybe Spears is even more healthy than he was last week. Let's see. I don't have a win, though, guys. I just don't. What were they asking you about on Utah, Brandon? Yeah, we got to get you on the phone lines. Have some conversations about Dawson. I feel bad for Jordan Lyle. Yeah, I was telling you that, Brandon, where I was like, don't even play him then. It's Andy! Yo! Guys, I forgot. Andy's the kicker for the Patriots. Andy, we love you! So I hope we whoop your ass, Andy, but I forgot that Andy's the kicker for the Patriots. It's our guy, man. And I was rewatching, because I'm a glutton for punishment, I guess. I was rewatching that Louisville game, and Miami's O-line played really bad. Carson Beck played bad as well, so I'm not trying to shift any blame from Beck to the O-line. But, man, McCoy looked like doo-doo out there. I can't believe how often he was getting beat. It was like we got these big bad boys in the trenches, and they just looked slow. And so many times, I love Malachi Tony, and he's such an athlete, but I feel like there were so many times where Beck just locked in on Tony. Like, specifically, we knew that Beck was kind of not going through his progressions and stuff, but he would lock in on Tony and just completely ignore Lofton. Lofton would be wide open, dump it off to him. No, just from the snap, it's like Beck had already made up his mind. I'm throwing to Tony. It was so frustrating. Maybe. Let's get the scoreboard up. I'm all over the place, y'all. Let's have some fun watching this Titans game. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me on NFL Sunday. If you're a regular viewer, you know that the watch parties are my favorite thing to do. These are a little bit different because it's not Miami. So I'm not hanging by a thread, holding my breath the whole game. It's mostly just a good time, chiller vibe. Back-to-back completions. I don't know, guys. What if? Hey, yo, what if? You had a chat with Andy a few times, got his autograph. He's a good dude. Yeah, he's a real good dude. How about how Cam was a Band-Aid, and if you watch Beck and go to Dawson Year 1 with TVD, it's 100% similar. Yeah. I can see that. Come on, DK. All right, well, we lose one. Come on. It could be a billion. Mike Norvell is finished. I agree. I know a man who might write a check today for it. We better not lose again. We won't lose to Stanford. Y'all don't actually think that we'll lose to Stanford, right? Cam Ward is in a bad spot. He is. But see if they can make this a game. Links are down in the description, y'all. Tennessee moving down the field here early on. Okay. Can get Pollard involved here. That'll be a good look. You don't trust Miami to beat anyone? Now, the reality is, I am pissed, and I've spent 2 days yelling and complaining about it. I don't think that, again, I don't go into this spiral. You know, I'm concerned about it snowballing a bit and maybe struggling against a team like SMU or Pitt. I don't think that Miami struggles against Stanford. I just don't. Was that on Cam? Was that a poorly thrown ball? Let's see. Yeah. Bad ball from
Salute
Cam.
my guy Co-op.
Antonio Jenkins. Appreciate the big two. It's crazy. Oh, let's see this field goal here. This guy had been automatic until I think he pulled something in his hamstring, but this is a 49-yarder. Money. There it is. Titans go up 3. Tennessee moving down the field until we get a bad throw from Cam Ward on that 3rd down, and he honestly had Ayumanner. But Titans go up 3-0. Score 3 points there on the field goal from Sly. This is what it's all about, y'all. Antonio Jenkins is a Florida State fan hanging out on a Miami channel while we watch a Tennessee Titans game. It doesn't even sound right. Appreciate you, Antonio. I have to assume, I don't want to put words in your mouth, so I want to ask. I have to assume that you want Mike Norvell gone yesterday, right? Titans' only good jerseys are the throwbacks. They are pretty cool. Yep. Yeah, and that was my argument. And I will say, you got to admit, I did bring that up multiple times, Brandon. I said he is misusing Lyle. If he's going to continue to call the run plays that he is, and that's what he's going to do, you're misusing Jordan Lyle. 100%. Like, if you are going to call those type of run plays, then okay, maybe with Fletcher or Marty Brown, the pinball. But if you're going to get, if you're going to put Lyle back in there, get that man to the outside. Amber is our sworn enemy. Yeah. Frick Amber. Let's trash talk Amber in here, Kyle's wife. She's a dirty, stinking Patriots fan. I mean, we didn't think we'd lose to Louisville. No, and I mean 100% that's fair, but I know people will fall into it's easy to fall into the doom and gloom and believe that because Miami lost to Louisville that we lose to Stanford. Miami has to come out and be ready to play. It's not a guarantee. Got to play the game. We'll review it or not review it. We'll preview it and talk about it more this week. But just initial thoughts. No, I don't have this big concern about Miami losing to Stanford. I would be a little more worried if they had to travel to Stanford. It's not like being at Hard Rock is going to provide some sort of home field advantage, but that's a long way to travel, right? It's them coming to Hard Rock. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Your nephew said he wants to visit FSU instead of Miami if Dawson is the OC. Now, remind your nephew, though, I will say this. He won't be playing for Gus Malzahn if he likes him as an OC because they're about to clean house. Mike has lost the team in the locker room. Yep. Yeah, so at that point, you got to be gone. Okay, here comes Drake May again. The Patriots have been playing pretty darn good. Been playing really well on the road. We're familiar with Drake May, unfortunately. But the Titans defense has not been terrible. So let's see what they got. There you go. Look at that. There you go. James Franklin. Wow, big run on first down. Do you guys think that they would bring Jimbo back to Florida State? You think that could happen? You knew FSU was going to lose to Stanford. You were right. She said, screw you guys while laying in bed. You don't think they would hire Jimbo? That man was in tears talking about Florida State. That man cares so much about the Noles. Y'all better bring him back. Think he burned too many bridges? No squad. Wait, he said that he would bring Jimbo back? Did he? Drake May is him. Watch. I think he's going to have a good game, no squad. I took him for 200 plus passing. Right now, they're running the ball pretty effectively, though. By the way, can y'all hear me okay? I noticed in the watch party for the Miami game that my mic was picking up the TV. So it made it sound a little funky. Do have a flag here. On the Titans. Oh, never mind. Okay, he picked it up. Thank y'all for the feedback. It might be picking it up a little bit now. You guys don't know this, but usually I turn the TV down so low that I try to help it prevent the mic from picking it up. But then I can't hear the game. Oh, buddy. Okay. That's not a good sign. If they're going to be able to run the ball like this on the Titans defense, we're in big trouble. I've seen enough Vanderbilts winning the national championship. Yep. It's over for everybody. It's Vandy all the way. Heck, I feel like I wouldn't want to play them. You wouldn't even be mad if they won the Natty. They're so scrappy, man. Said I would hate to see Vandy coming, even as a Miami fan. Yep. Yeah, they're gonna want Mike gone. May scrambles, and he picks up the first. Here we go. Yep. You hear him? Miami got mentioned. Can't catch a break, y'all. I'm a Miami fan trying to watch a freaking Titans game, and I'm still getting getting some announcers talking about a player popping off against who? Miami. Dang, man. You know Vrabel wants to win bad here. And especially being able to come back to Nashville and play in Nissan Stadium after the Titans fired their head coach. Like, yo, y'all fired me. You brought this dude in. And now by the time we're playing you, you fired him already. May rolling out. Nobody open. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. He does. All right. The fact that Vandy is better than FSU tells you the fall from grace. Yep. Here we go. Third down. Come on. We need to see something. 3rd and 6. Let's go. They're going to run here, right? Got to be a run play. No. Sacked. Let's go. All right. Come on. That's what we needed. All right. So run defense has been piss poor so far. But get a big sack there on 3rd and 6. Force a field goal attempt for Andy. Again, I don't hate Andy, but Andy, we need you to not play your best game right here. But it's cool to see Andy kick in the NFL. I got to admit. He got it. Okay. It's 3-3. 3-3. Good stand by the defense there after the Patriots were moving the ball with ease on the ground that drive. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. I need Scatterboo to pop off today. I took him for like 100 plus for his rushing and receiving yards. Watch, he'll take a dump this week. All the Scatterboo hype. This will be the game that they lock him down. How are you feeling about JoJo and Lyle going to Ohio State? Well, I hope not. It's obviously a very controversial thing to discuss. I saw Luke call out the coaching staff about JoJo, I think, and then he tagged Alex Dono and called him out about something in his reporting. It always, after a loss, the fan base starts to turn on each other. We start butting heads. Everybody gets frustrated. It happens every year. Auto Andy might go to SMU. Rhett Lashley's going to pick up the phone. They might head over to Mini U. Let's get a check in. We'll try to get a halftime snipe on Sleeper. We didn't hit it last week, but we did the week before that. We got a long game though, right? So we've only seen one drive from both teams. I hope I didn't make a mistake taking Drake May for 200 plus passing because, guys, he's at 0 after their first drive. But we do have movement there on Aya Manor. We took him for 25, and he's already at 20. But we're going to need the Patriots to throw the football a little bit. So hopefully the Titans will adjust and shut down their run game a tad and force them to throw. And everybody's waiting on Stephon Diggs. When is that man going to score a touchdown? Huh? You're not even mad anymore, just numb. You get to that point, especially after coming off of what y'all did, a 2-win season. Then you come over to 2025 and you still haven't won an ACC game. Yeah, it gets to a point to where you can't even get upset anymore. Good return from DK. Here we go. Let's see the Titans moving the ball again. Come on. Come on. Jeez, we got 2 Patriots fans in here. What's going on? What are we doing, guys? I hope Spears plays. I haven't heard any reason to believe that he won't get some snaps this game. His workload increased a little bit last week. I know Pollard is RB1. But hopefully, because he was quite effective. Yeah, just discussed it. I got you. I know Andy got, you know Andy and Cam had to link up at some point, right? I said, what's up? Okay, Cam making some changes here. Under center. Fakes the handoff. Could have dumped it off to Pollard. Goes deeper. Caught! Heck of a throw from Cam to DK for a big gain. Oh my gosh, that was a laser beam. Woo! Okay, Titans moving once again. He's looking deep. He's got a man. Yo! Who would have thought? It just needed to fire the head coach. Great, that siren. I mean, again, sometimes maybe Callahan was holding them back in some sort of way. What's up, Tri-Count? Good to see you, bro. I mean, it's still early, but the Titans moving the ball on these first 2 drives. Maybe it's a situation. I'm making a ton of assumptions here, but I'm just saying they have nothing to lose. Kind of really 1-5. And maybe they come out here and it feels like he can play a little more free. They've made some changes. Maybe with Brian Callahan gone, get a little bit of feedback from the players. What do we want to do here? They're winning right now. Winning right now. Yeah. Season is over. I mean, they're 1-5. But then in a way, this is not a good thing. You'd rather be winning. Some of that weight is removed from your shoulders, and you can go out there and just play free. try some things. The head coach is gone. New head man for now. You know, the way your Knowles are playing, you'd lose to the bye week. This would be the week that I didn't touch the Cam Ward lines on Sleeper at all. Did not touch them. I was like, nah, I better not mess with that. The Patriots are a pretty good football team. Now here we are. I'd rather the Titans win, of course. Just a second. I'm going to make a change to the title here right quick. Two and 5 is better than 1 and 6. Not wrong. You are not wrong. Put them in there, Kyle. Tell Amber to look at that tea. Tell her to look at that tea and tell her she's going to like it. This is Miami's year in the ACC, and they're going to do it. Well, losing to Louisville is definitely not the way to do it, but you know, it's tough for Miami because Georgia Tech, if they keep winning and Virginia keeps winning, then we're in trouble. Miami took themselves out of the driver's seat by losing to Louisville, and that's why I was just extra upset about it. That's a personal thing for me where it felt like this was the year to be in control of the conference. Okay, good special teams coverage. Right, and I mean, there's an argument people are making of, you know, forget it. Let's just get to the playoffs. Like, I understand. All right, can the Patriots answer now? At some point, they're going to have to throw the ball around. I know, because they lost to NC State. I know. Sucks. I'll be sick all day and all night. Georgia, if the ACC championship game is Georgia Tech and Virginia. Imagine. What's up, Blake Metz? I feel you, bro. It's funny, we're still kind of venting about it while we just watch the Titans and Patriots play. Oh, buddy. This run game is going to be a problem. Stevenson might rush for 150. Virginia will slip up. It's inevitable. I need them to stop scoring so many points is what I need. Title, we still have to win out, right? Most likely. I mean, there's still a lot of games to be played, but it sucks because we don't play Georgia Tech and we don't play Virginia, and they don't play each other. And Virginia already beat Louisville. Georgia Tech was gifted a win against Wake. I mean, they were, but officially goes down as a W. Yeah, see, and that's what I hate. I mean, everybody does, but I hate being in the position of having to watch other games and just pray that they lose to help us out. So frustrating. Second and long for May. There's Diggs with his second reception. Not a whole lot, though. Yeah, man, it's our own fault. Coach's poll has us at 9. It'll be interesting to see where they drop the Canes, given that multiple top teams lost. Texas Tech lost. Who else? I think 5 lost. Ole Miss lost. Multiple higher ranked teams lost. 3rd and 8 here. Need that Titans defense to step up. Overthrown. There it is. My gosh. The Titans are doing it. They're doing it. Think about Louisville maybe finding some momentum. Could be. I mean, they have one ACC loss, but that's the only loss they have on the season. Okay, come on, DK. He set us up a pretty good field position in the past. Not a bad return. Titans offense are going to take the field again. This game is not going the way that I had anticipated. I'll tell you that. And I'm okay with it. Yep, SMU is undefeated in ACC play. Yep. We have all the talent and stars aligned for us to make the ACC championship game, and we blow it. So that's why I felt like, I was getting more pushback again during my live stream last night. Several of you were there. And people said, Coop, for real, just chill. And am I walking and venting? Coop is panicking again. He hyped up the Canes, and now he's losing his mind. Again, you got to understand that Miami, with the way the schedule looked, it was like, here we go. That they, again, should be in the driver's seat for the ACC. And like we said, I get sick and tired of them crapping the bed every year with that and having to sit back and wait for other teams to lose. It drives me nuts. I can't stand it. It's deeper than just even losing to Louisville. Obviously, I'm upset about that too. But not being in control in the ACC once again, big surprise, really just got me heated. You've asked this question in Miami circles and wanted my take. Would you rather have an ACC title with a first round bye or 2 guaranteed playoff wins making the semifinals? Ooh, that's a good question. ACC title, because it would be Miami's first conference title win. Give a first round bye, and then anything could happen. Now, let me ask this. Are you saying that they lose their first playoff game with that ACC title game? Or you're just saying it will be unknown, but the second option is a guaranteed 2 playoff wins? Spears. I'm telling you, Spears is so much better than Pollard if he can just be 100%. Because if the second option is we get 2 guaranteed playoff wins, but you're saying that's the cutoff. That's as far as it. Okay, the options are unknown beyond what is mentioned. Gotcha. All right, let me think about that for a minute. On the commercial break, we'll talk about it deeper. I like that conversation. Spears again. Okay. Very, very manageable third down here. 3rd and 2. Okay. Sends DK out. Throws it out to him. Easy first down. There it is, guys. All right. You're a Vanderbilt fan now? Hey, they're going to win it all. They're saying there is a conflict of Miami making the playoffs because the championship is at home. Who is? Who said that? Uh-oh. Ball boy about to get fired. Uh-oh. Heather from ESPN. I need to find that and watch it. Nice. Big catch from DK there. End of the first quarter, man. I'm pretty happy. I'm not mad at it. Okay. Titans up 10-3 at the end of the first quarter. Seeing success offensively. I'm a happy man so far. Yeah. Can't complain too much. So let's revisit this question from Spencer. Would you rather have the ACC title with first round bye or 2 guaranteed playoff wins making the semifinals? And he clarified that what happens beyond both of those is unknown. ACC title with first round bye or guaranteed, though. Guaranteed 2 playoff wins making the semifinals, and then what happens after that, just have to see. Why is this so hard to answer? The thing is, if you think the Titans are winning this easy, they keep moving the ball like this, it might happen. I'm kind of scared how easily the Patriots are moving the ball on the ground, though. But Drake May's going to have to start slinging it a bit for sure. Good to see you, Chuck Boris Norris. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I almost feel like that I don't want the first round bye. To be honest with you, I will probably take the 2 guaranteed wins making the semifinals, because if Miami has those 2 wins there in the playoffs, I feel like they're probably playing good football. And that would make me feel a lot better about anything after that, if that makes sense. And you know I want the ACC championship really bad. You know how bad I want it. But I don't want it more than a national championship, of course. And I'm not a fan of bye weeks. Extra time to prepare, guys heal up and get better. Yeah, right. It never seems to go that way for Miami. It does. That's a stretch. It does. But how you feeling today, Coop? I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling all right. Maybe since we got upset on Friday with the Canes, maybe the Titans can get a win. I love the way Spears runs the ball. He makes me think of like a smaller Derrick Henry. I'm not laughing at the holding, by the way. That's upsetting. Is that me? That's funny as heck. How you feeling though, Roy? Man, that's funny, try count. Stanford's not a good team. They're not. No, Miami will be fine against Stanford. Okay, Cam just dumps it off to Pollard. We'll take that. Yep, Blake. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning by the time that game was over. They lost to Stanford. At one point, Tommy puts his body on the line but takes a big shot. He tries to slide, and the Stanford player ends up hitting him, gets ejected for targeting. And then they're late on the final drive to try to just tie the game up and send it to OT. Florida State has to bring in a backup quarterback, and he can't get it done. Ooh, high snap, but Cam Ward handles it. I'm not happy, Crip. I'm not happy. I don't think it's fine. I know that that's a popular argument, but I don't think the Canes needed a wake-up call. I don't think they needed a dose of reality. I think they needed to win. But we'll see. I mean, I think they bounce back and beat Stanford, but I don't think they beat Stanford because they lost to Louisville, if that makes sense. Fair enough, Roy. Ward wanted to pitch it. It's honestly probably smart that he didn't. Yep, you can't. Yep. It's better that he didn't. Cam does have to understand in the NFL, you can do too much at times. Better to just get tackled there. Good punt. Nice. Okay. Yeah, that Florida State game was crazy. Yeah, but the fact that they lost to Stanford, man, Stanford's bad. Like we were saying, guys, Stanford had 283 yards of offense. Still beat them. They fired Napier? Did they? Hold on. Did they actually fire him? You have to make sure that you're not getting trolled, because there are some fake accounts. Would not be shocked at all for him to be fired. Obviously. Is he for real gone? Looking. He has been fired, y'all. Man, I'm pissed. I wanted them to keep him. What do you know? He's fired. I want everybody to jump on every single Florida Gators channel and give them crap, because now that obviously they had changed their tone and they wanted him fired. But remember when they said this guy was going to win a natty this year with DJ Lagway, and they said that's our coach, and they said spot the ball over and over? There you go. He's fired. How come? Why did they? Hold on. I'm just making sure that I'm not misspeaking here. Why did they wait until after he got a win to fire him? That man has a family. He has kids. So he's gone. All right. Oh, yeah. I mean, he was gone. There was no way he was going to survive. It was just a matter of when was it going to happen, after which game, or were they going to hold out till the end of the year? For sure, he was fired. Same thing. Mike Norvell is fired. Mike Norvell is not going to have a job at some point this year in 2025. No, I didn't watch the Florida game. I missed it. George ain't talking crap now. He'll spin it. Yeah, George will find a way to spin it. It's your fault, Coop. Miami has lost 3 regular season games the last 2 years, and I went to 2 of them. Well, I'm glad we can shift the blame to somebody other than me. Dang, Drake May with a big run. Gotta shut that down. It's fire the ball, not spot the ball anymore. When you jump on their channels and you're like, yeah, you guys were hyping him up this season and we tried to warn you. No, we weren't. Fire Napier. They want, obviously everybody starts posting the pictures of Lane Kiffin. Lane will be top 3 on every coaching list every time somebody gets fired. We'll see. It'll be very interesting to follow to see who Florida goes after. Scoreboard's covered by the sleeper ad. It's just because stuff's moving around. Should be, or did they move it? What happened? You're right, Crip. It was in frame. What happened? Has it been that way the whole time? What the heck happened? It was in frame when we started the stream. Weird. Should Mario be fired if he loses to Stanford? No. Nice job by the Titans defense. Big tackle for loss. Thank you for the heads up, Crip. I didn't even notice. Georgia Tech will finally be ranked better than y'all. You deserve it. Georgia Tech has continued to find a way to win. We did. I can't even hate. Yeah, as much as, we can say using Tony in some more ways, I can agree, but also somebody else needs to step up. I can't believe that ball's set up there forever. We need to see somebody like Josh Moore or some other wide receiver step up. Love CJ Daniels. Obviously love Malachi Tony. Who else is going to step up? Do I think we'll beat SMU? That would be the next game that would be circled and Pitt. So I don't know. Too early to say right now. I want to see how the team does bounce back and respond after a loss. No definitive news about JoJo. It's a bunch of rumors and people arguing back and forth about it. Nothing concrete. Thank you, Robin. If one of my teams winning this weekend would feel good at least. Drake May looking deep. Wow. Heck of a throw. Wow. I know. Josh Moore, what game was it? I think it was USF, right? When he had 2 touchdowns. And has just been MIA since then. Yeah, but Dawson are probably not going to get creative enough with that. I was blown away that we ran that whole play with, the 2-point conversion and having Tony throw the ball. I was shocked. Bring back Rhett. I don't think he would come back, but I see what you're saying. He's running it. Can't get there. Patriots are knocking on the door, but it is a 3rd down here. If the Titans could hold them to another field goal attempt, that'd be big. Josh Moore is a freshman. He isn't ready yet. Well, somebody's gonna have to step up. It's gonna have to be somebody. You feel better after Florida State lost? Oh, he's open. Patriots are going to tie it up here. All right, it's tied up 10-10. All right. Uh-huh. I know I'm going to miss him too. Go over there and give him a hard time. Don't let him forget. They were talking that man up so much. Do not let them. Go in there and give him a hard time. Let me see. Are they?
Good on him. We're getting our guy in here, Dan the man.
Dan's coming in?
He's coming in.
We always wanted him fired.
Whole charades here, boys.
I bet his champagne's probably a little bit more than ours.
You think so? You think
Hey, Fawcett just tweeted?
Real talk, I'm mad they fired him. Obviously, they were going to, but I wanted to. I say keep beating Florida. We're not going to play them now. I'm glad they at least kept him, up to this point in 2025 so we could whoop that booty. It's going to be crazy, though. So, the big 3, and 2 of the 3 are going to fire their head coach in 2025. Ain't that something? Like, I know that we're still upset because we just lost to Louisville and we got out-coached and out-schemed and stuff. Like, I get it. But it still is just funny that after all the smack talk, Florida and Florida State are in the dumps to the point of they're firing their head coach in 2025. Both of them. Because again, I still think Mike Norvell is going to be without a job. So it's just kind of funny, right? It's kind of funny. Everybody's fine. I think that trend continues even with these big fat contracts and stuff, because you have to, the expectation when it comes to winning is you better win now. We gave you money. You have access to the transfer portal. We have NIL. You better win now. But to be fair, I mean, they were bad, you know. Something like Florida was even mid, or that Florida State's even mid. They're just straight bad. So we're tracking pretty good here now, guys. We need Drake May to keep throwing the ball. We had Drake May for a passing touchdown. He just got it. Spears is at 16, so he's more than halfway there. Another reception for Diggs. 5 more yards for Ayumanner. The only thing that's kind of low there is Drake May. We need him for 200 plus passing. He's thrown for 59. But I think that number will keep going up. It's tough, though, because it's very windy. Very, very windy. But that's where we're at. It's tracking. Good, good. They'll probably ignore you or block you like they did me. Jumped in my DMs and said a bunch of things to me and then turned around and ghosted me. Go Patriots. You like Ward and you want him to win, but not today. I get it. I get it. We got a tie game. Ward always seems to find Helm at least twice a game. Who ghosted Coop? High Top Sports. After they called me out last year, and then this year I said, let's make it happen, and they ignored me. And then anytime you would say anything, their response would just be spot the ball. And then now they went on a campaign to get Billy Napier fired, and now they're celebrating it. Which, we would do the same. I would. Patriots getting a little fired up down there. Yep, we saw it. Yep, Billy Napier fired. Honestly, I might even post a video about it just to talk about it, just so we can read comments and stuff on the news. Because we trolled them hard this season. 3rd and 3 here for the Titans. Come on. Catch. With Ridley out, I will say in the last game, Jefferson stepped up a bit. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Just remind me in the commercial break and we'll take a look at it. Vince Wilfork, fair enough. Norvell is next. Maybe. Does Florida State go into another bye week? My guess is that Florida State. Oh, good blocking. Yo! Oh no, Jefferson might be down. It looked like that play got blew up, and somehow with the blocking, Tennessee turns it into a big gain, but Jefferson is down. What happened? Maybe he just got hit in the nuts. I think maybe he took a nut shot. Let's take a look at the text that you were talking about. Billy Napier fired. The man wins a football game and they show him the door. Let's see, what'd you tell him? Brandon is in the chat. Here he is. Y'all need Sunbelt Billy. He was made for Florida, a natural born winner at Florida. He was leading y'all to the natty. What's going on? I bet you they didn't respond, did they? Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, I'm not trying to rain on their parade. If we were in that situation, we would be calling for our head coach's head. I just think it's funny. Florida fans, you know, it's my most hated team. I think it's the most delusional fan base out there that I have personally ever had to deal with. So, yeah, I'm going to give them a hard time. Definitely. After all that smack talk, after all the, you know, it's like everybody saw what Billy Napier was and what everybody expected this to happen except for Florida fans, and they would not accept reality. They didn't even want to discuss the potential of Billy Napier not having a good year in 2025. And that was my interactions with Florida fans. Would not even have the discussion. And now here we are in October and they fired the man. You think firing Napier is a bad move? Well, that's what I'm saying. I want them to keep Norvell. I want them to keep Napier. But that's one down. I want them to keep them because I want other teams to have bad head coaches to give us a better chance to beat them. I'll try to do a react to that today. So we have a lot of work to do after this Titan stream. We have to post a video about Napier, and we need to do an AP react. They won, though? Well, you know. Okay, Pollard with a good hard run there. You want to know what's happening? I see why the scoreboard is messed up, y'all. Tennessee is under a weather alert, severe thunderstorms and wind warnings. And there's a little thing that keeps popping up at the bottom of the screen with weather warnings. And they're moving the scoreboard every time that happens. That's why. We're having some severe weather today
My
in
Yakut's
Tennessee.
ranked 7 in the AP. All hail the king honeybee.
Congrats. I mean, get mad at me if y'all want, but they deserve it right now. What can I say? Y'all are undefeated. Congrats, King Season. Enjoy it while it lasts. Nah, I'm just kidding. Georgia Tech, you and I were talking about it. You know, you DM me. They're going to keep winning. Which is why I was extra pissed about Miami dropping the Louisville game, because I don't anticipate Georgia Tech losing. Virginia might, but they might not either. That's why I was so upset about it. Appreciate the Big Five, King Season. Y'all, I know you're excited about the Georgia Tech, but just real quick, who do the Falcons have? You guys play the night game tonight, right? Can I ask you a question? Of course. Welcome in, Truth. Does Lane Kiffin leave Ole Miss for Florida if he makes a deep playoff run? That's a great question. Would Lane Kiffin go to Florida? Would he do it? You as in Miami Hurricanes question? Yeah. Shoot. Golly bum. Are they really? Let's get a look around the country here. If you guys are just tuning in, yes, Billy Napier has been fired. It's true. What's also true is the Dolphins down 17-3 to the daggum Browns. The battle of the 1-5s. I can't talk smack because my football team is 1-5. Ouch. Chiefs up on the Raiders as expected. Panthers, Jets tied up. Please don't tell me Jalen Hurts had the touchdown for them. Okay, it was A.J. Brown. Crazy day, man. Crazy, crazy day. Going deep, overthrown. Man. I mean, anybody can lose this year. Right? No, we've been saying this for weeks. No team is safe in 2025. The rumor is no because of his ex. Oh, I don't know about his personal life. I've not seen that. What's up, Phil? 3rd and 7. Come on. Here, we'll fix the scoreboard again. We might have to just be prepared for 2 different ones as we have weather alerts. Y'all know I live in Tennessee. It's getting rowdy
GT
around
got
here.
Q's this weekend at NCST, bye, at BC, Pitt then UGA. Falcons play 49ers at 8 p.m. I'm nervous for at NC State and Pitt. I still think we drop just one.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing. If I had to make a prediction as well, just to go back and forth with you, I would say Georgia Tech could definitely lose one. They might run a table in the ACC though. I don't know. I don't know which one you're thinking at. You said you're nervous for NC State, Pitt. Titans can't get the first down. Thank you for another 5 King season. Coop, we dropped to 9. Makes sense. We'll still be in the top 10. It was a close game against Louisville, and they're probably going to realize that maybe Louisville should get a little more respect than they've gotten. Straight Street 6 was talking about that on stream last night, and it makes sense. Their only loss is to a Virginia team, and they played them close. 50-yarder for Sly. He's been money. Titans retake the lead. Yeah, I'm going to do... you guys can talk about the AP poll. It's fine. I'm not going to pull it up on stream just because I'm going to do a reaction video to it after this. But you don't have to worry about spoiling anything. I'll just kind of just read past it or just scroll past it. I want people to be able to hang out and talk about whatever. But yeah, I'll make a video about it. Yeah. What a wild weekend. Thinking about it, do you feel Mario is the coach to lead us to number 6? He's here yet 4 and still have the same issues, lack of discipline and losing to inferior teams constantly. I guess I'll answer the question with the question. If it's not going to be Mario, and I'm not answering yet. If it's not going to be Mario, who's it going to be? Miami's spending the money. They're upgrading the facilities. Consistent, decent ranked recruiting classes. That depending, I don't know about We want to talk about development and how you're using that talent you're bringing in. But the question is, who's going to do it?
We are number 9 in the AP poll. Still have hope for CFP.
I am Battlefield. Thank you for the 5. There's the clap. There's the clap button. I'll sit you up there with King season. Yeah, we'll talk about it this evening. We'll do a video. We'll break it down. Put King saying. Appreciate you. I can't type today. Stayed up too late watching that Florida State loss. You're just not feeling it? Fair enough. I mean, I'm not cutting any slack. I'm not cutting Mario Cristobal any slack. It's one team wins it all. And, you know, if every team fired their head coach after they didn't win the national championship, as long as I continue to see improvement. You are right, though, to talk about the things that are consistent issues, things that we see out of Miami. And that's why I said again, losing to Louisville was unacceptable. Should not have lost that game. It's the same thing. The game where Miami was favored, Miami was at home. Even if we want to argue Louisville is better than what they were given credit for, they were. I didn't give them enough credit. You still end up losing that game that you should not have lost, which is what they keep doing.
Fix this division less lead crap. Miami could be left out of the ACC game with one loss.
Yep.
GT and UVA aren't good.
But. And I agree with all the scheduling stuff. I agree. But also at the same time, and I'm not trying to flip this. Whose fault is it? Whose fault would it be for getting left out of the ACC championship game because they lost a game? It'd be Miami's fault. Don't lose football games. But I understand what you're saying, though. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Come on. I thought he was like a yard short when he slid. Appreciate you, Jared. Thank you for the 5. What's up, WT7? Yes, we saw Billy Napier canned. Officially fired. It was obviously only a matter of time until it happened. Mike Norvell is next on the chopping block. When's the next call in? Wednesday or Friday. One of the two. I don't know. Things are interesting. See if the Titans can put together a drive here. Let me focus up for a second. Under 1 minute to go. Drake May throwing a bomb into the end zone. He caught it. Come on, man. Got burnt by Booty. That's a beautiful deep ball into the end zone. Leaves Snead in the dust. That's the second time somebody's gotten behind Snead. Come on. True. That's what we say. That's a good reason to do the sleeper picks, Brandon, because at the very least, we can win some money if the team is going to lose. This works in our favor. We'll have 2 home games in the playoffs. Now, at the end of the day, we talked about this for a good while last night and the live stream. You know, I want to win the ACC, but what's most important is a national championship, making it to the playoffs. I want Miami to just keep winning. I'd rather win, leave no doubt. But let's just find ourselves in the playoffs. Yep. But exactly, it's a consistent problem to where we shouldn't be beating Notre Dame, beating Florida, beating
Our
these
fault
teams
for
that
sure. Loss was unacceptable. Also, we have to pick a coach and stick with him. Can't abandon ship after 1L. We've had 5 coaches since Larry Coker.
fair,
It's not coaching.
fair. Owning the board, I'll sit you atop the throne with the 10. Yeah, the thing is, it's not like Mario won 5. Then he won 6. Then he went back and won 5 again. He's won 5, he's won 7, he's won 10. 5-1 right now. Still pissed again about losing to a team we were favored to beat by 13.5. Don't care if they got it wrong. Should have won a game. But definitely gonna keep giving him some time and see where this thing goes. That's what I'm saying. Appreciate the love, Jared. Kane Nation, welcome. 17-13. Yeah, see, what people don't see if you're not watching the game in my area, the freaking overlay because of the weather alerts is covering the scoreboard. So I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. It is actually, if I could flip the camera around and show you, it is covering the dang scoreboard right now. Yeah, I'll take a picture of it. Unbelievable. This is what I see on my end right now because of the weather alerts. Look at that. Look at that. How much time's left in the game? I wouldn't know. I can't see it. I have no idea. I know it's 3rd and 3. It's under 10 seconds. Florida's going to get James Franklin. Ooh, that'd be interesting. You called the Louisville game? You did. We can't. That's the problem. Oh, and I agree that it's a problem. For sure. Got some shit to say? Good. Good. Okay, there it comes back. 3 seconds. Yeah, it just throws it out of bounds. 17-13, first half of this game. Getting a little chippy. Okay. You know what? I don't mind seeing a little bit of fight from the Titans. 1-5. Come on. Yeah, I mean, penalties obviously a big problem. Discipline's not been great. That guy's just quick, short responses there, ready to get to the locker room. Don't hate it. You saw Tennessee head coach going to the Giants? No, I haven't seen that. Which Tennessee? You talking about Callahan? Like, and I do get the frustration, but I in no way want Mario Cristobal gone. would not want to hit the reset button again. Again, those same issues keep coming up, and it will drive you nuts. But hitting the reset button again is not the answer right now. And, you know, we got to see how the rest of this season plays out also. Miami could realistically go 11-1. I'm not, you know, that was actually my prediction, which people kept bringing that up and saying, Coop, you thought they were going to drop a game. Why are you so mad? Because I still hate losing. But Miami could go 11-1. They could. Yeah, AP poll is out. We'll do a react video after the stream and do a deep dive. And like firing Cristobal is not even an option. Like they're not going to do that. It's just something again that people bring up and talk about when they're frustrated. Yeah, I get it. Miami Stanford prediction 35-28. No shot. No way. I don't think Stanford puts up that many points. We'll see. Getting rid of Mario would be the worst decision just because he's not one of the best, or he's one of not, if the best recruiters in the country. He'll keep us in the mix every year. So who else do you get that comes close? Yeah, again, we'll see how we'll see how this thing finishes out. The season, that is, for Miami. Yeah, I got to finish strong. And we talked about that too. Was never concerned about how Miami was going to start. It's about how they finish. Because nobody's going to care then about the Notre Dame win or the Florida win. By the time we get in November, that's going to feel like an eternity ago. You got to win those games on the back half of the season, the tail end of it, those late November games. You got to win those things. Yep. Billy Napier gone. I know we're going to have some people filing in and out. Billy Napier officially fired. Obviously, everybody saw it coming before this year, except for Florida fans, apparently. But he gone. Get Braum. Miami wins 35-14. Yeah, we'll take a look at the AP poll after the stream. The reason why I don't do it live on a Titan stream is because it's a Titan stream, so a ton of people would miss out on it. But I don't want to miss watching the Titans play either. I really wanted to see how they played after Brian Callahan was fired. Norvell is worse than Billy? You know what? You might be right. Now that I think about it, you are right. Yeah, I think you might be. Let's take a look at our sleeper pick and see how it's tracking, and we're going to try to snipe a halftime play here. Gators just need to end the hype. We're just going to lose and be even worse than we were with Billy for the rest of the season. Yeah, I mean, again, I've been wrong on this plenty of times, but I still feel like as bad as you were under Napier, with him being gone now and still there being football left to be played, and that's the guy who kind of was the head man and was making a lot of the decisions, then there's a good chance it's going to get even worse before it gets better. Even though him being there was bad, right? Nobody's denying that. But you do have to be ready. You know, they probably want to go ahead and get a jump start on things. Go ahead and get him out of here. Let's go ahead and start looking at some things. I get it. And you also want to make the fans happy by showing, you know what, we're going to make a change. Maybe they can go ahead and get the support rolling back in since they went ahead and made a move. Right? Let me see if they have the live picks up. I just didn't want people to think I was shooting down every time they come in here and bring up the AP poll. I just don't want to look at it during a Titans stream. We'll definitely do a video on it, 100%. But I don't care, again. Please chop it up and talk about it. Okay, let's take a look. Now that we're here at halftime, I want to give a big shout out to the stream's sponsor, Sleeper, the #1 sports app, bringing people together through sports. My go-to app for everything sports. Checking updates on the scores, chatting it up real time with other users, and entering picks contest, which is what we're going to track right now. And then we're also going to enter a little halftime play and see if we can win some money. And I'm really not upset with our Titans picks at the moment. This is still tracking pretty well, in my opinion. You can see we're already green on Drake May. Those meters are more than halfway across the board. So we'll keep an eye on this one, trying to turn 20 into 40. But then let's get a little halftime play in. We have a feel for the flow of the game. So let's see what we think. We kind of just first get a look at everything. They have Pollard. It's going to kind of keep updating throughout. Let's give it a second here. It's refreshing. So we'll give it just a moment. Kind of tempted to take Drake May for another passing touchdown. Did they maybe continue to run the ball, though? Because they were seeing success with that. Where they have Sly at? They have Sly at over 9.5 kicking points. He's at 7. I'm going to take him for more. Because at the very least, they might have to settle for a field goal at some point. That's money. That's easy right there. Rushing plus receiving. Pollard at 40. He's at 20 right now. More. Yeah, we'll take that. Receptions. What do we have? Diggs at 4.5. He's at 2. No. What's up, Jay? Does Drake May throw another passing touchdown? That's the question here. What do they have Cam Ward at for passing yards? Can't take that one. What do we take, y'all? What do we take? We're looking around. I'm not going to touch Diggs. Maybe not going to fade anybody either. Hunter Henry at 40. He's at 24. What's he been averaging? Yeah, that's kind of sketchy. We need some we have 2 Titans picks. We're going to need something for a Patriots player. What do we think, y'all? Drake May for another passing touchdown, maybe? That would turn 10 into 40. You think he throws another passing touchdown? Probably, because he's on it. I kind of like this play. Like, I might drop 20 on this. Sly has 7 kicking points. Have him at 10. Pollard to have 40 rushing plus receiving yards total. He's at roughly, what's he at? What did it say he was at? He's at 20. He's halfway there. And Drake May to have 1 more passing touchdown. 20 to 80. Let's do it. Little halftime play for this Titans versus Patriots game. We'll track it here in the second half. Once again, shout out to Sleeper. It just popped up as a comment there. You can click the link. You can also check them out in the description and use code word COOP. So that way you get the 100% deposit match on that first deposit up to $100. And they're still running the special promotion. I know a ton of people have been signing up for it and getting it. Now's the time to do it if you're going to do it, because you get $20 for free. That's right. $20 for free to try out the picks contest for yourself. See what you think. You don't even have to make a deposit. They're giving you free money to play with there on the picks contest. So shout out again to Sleeper, the #1 sports app. Y'all check them out. Hopefully we can get a W with one of these. We were so close. We were off by 1 with our halftime plays last week. I think this might be the one. What's up, Randy? Any luck with your picks this afternoon, Randy? It's early. It's the 1 p.m. games. Wetting the bed on the back half of the season is frustrating. It's fair. We started off great. Yeah, and it's not uncommon for Miami to do that. Drake May was a steal for the Pats. I agree. What do you think about Beck's post-game comments about Lofton running the wrong route? Doesn't bother me. A lot of people don't agree with me, and that's fine. That was very apparent last night. But people said, Coop, that's wrong. A bunch of articles came out calling out Beck for mentioning Lofton. Whatever. I didn't really take it that way, but maybe I should have. How you're still traveling? What's up, bro? Florida needs James Franklin. Who do you think should be QB for Florida? DJ? DJ just needs somebody in there that can help him out. Norvell should have been fired last year. Probably. All right, here we go. Second half of the Titans game has started. Yeah, see, like if the thing is, people said, well, Beck threw Lofton under the bus. Did Beck not take any accountability at all? Then I would be a little more upset. If Beck came up to the podium and he said, you know what? My wide receiver screwed me. Lofton ran the wrong route. I did nothing wrong. It's everybody else's fault but mine. He didn't come up there and say that. He said Lofton ran the wrong route there on that last play. If he did, then he did. I don't think that he took no accountability at all. But again, maybe, I don't know. People thought that I was trying to just not blame Beck for anything. That's not what I was doing. Good to see you, Richard. I can't believe that people actually think that Stanford's going to beat Miami just because they beat Florida State by more than we did and because we lost to Louisville. That's just crazy to me. Flag on the play here. Sun's popping out. That's a good sign. Move it back. Well, depending on where you're watching me at, this way. That way or that way. Backwards. Move it backwards. Yeah. You can't say never, but it's just Miami will handle Stanford. Well, and the problem is people read that and then ran with it too, Roy. There were people jumping in the stream last night and they said, "Man, I can't believe Beck did that." I think people have gotten so used to the coach speak and player speak. Imagine if the players and coaches, I wish we could normalize like players and coaches coming up to the podium and just speaking their mind and being blunt. I know it'll never fly. It could not happen. And it would probably do more harm than good. But I wish that's the way it worked. Yeah, we're not talking about the point. Well, I guess you're bringing that up as a counter argument, right? People were saying that because Stanford beat them by more, as in the final score, right? But you're right as far as total amount of points put up, Miami put up more. You're correct. Yep. They also held FSU to less points. Another argument. I just don't think that really translates over, and it's because Florida State has given up. They had given up before they played that Stanford game. The players were done. Mike had lost the locker room. They didn't have anything to play for. It's just totally different set of circumstances in that game. So it's tough to judge a team that's basically given up, you know? And I mean, that's a little bit of a exaggeration. It's not like guys weren't going out there and playing, but I'm sure it's in the back of their head. I think Miami beats the snot out of Stanford. And that's not the fandom. Like, I make jokes about, well, cancel the NC State game because NC State beat Virginia and Louisville lost to Virginia. We lost to Louisville. I'm just kidding. Just making a joke. It's not how it actually works. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's the thing. We can make a bunch of jokes, but it's very true. It just does not work that way. Wait. Their backup quarterback is Josh Dobbs? Former Tennessee Volunteers quarterback? I didn't know he was still in the league. Wow. I'm very familiar with Josh Dobbs because I live in Tennessee and Volunteer fans loved this guy. I had no idea. That's crazy. Well, that's a bummer because we took Drake May to throw another touchdown pass in the second half of this game. Now they're driving and then Dobbs comes in. We might be cooked, guys. Titans defense is horrible. They've not played as well this game. I agree. We need Drake May to come back into the game to throw a touchdown pass at some point, but Titans winning is priority. Uh-oh. Wow, Simmons is out for the Titans. Ooh. Both of these teams having some major players go down here. Dobbs 3rd and 4. He's played a lot of football. Not as a starter, but he's played some ball. Tennessee bringing it. Yeah. It's nothing for him to break tackles. Dobbs, man, I watched him do it in his college career. And he's played some NFL football too. Hey, stay safe, Randy. It's been stormy all night and all morning. Okay, shut the rundown. What happened to Drake May? I missed it because I was yapping. Okay, he's back in. They were worried, man. They're clapping it up. Oh, them Patriot fans were holding their breath. When I say that Miami's going to beat the snot out of Stanford, I'm not saying, I don't even mean that they're going to win 50 to nothing. I'm talking about when we look at the stats and you watch the way the game played out on the field, I think that Miami will dominate Stanford. What are we talking about? About 20 different things. Yeah, Dobbs had the Hail Mary. That's true. I was sitting in a TGI Fridays parking lot when that happened, and everybody, I could see them standing outside watching it, went crazy. 3rd and 7 for the Patriots in the red zone. Ooh. Diggs with the big catch, but he's short. Diggs wants to go for it, but they can make this a 7-point ball game with the field goal. How aggressive is Vrabel going to be? The offense is on the field. Oh, buddy. 4th and 1. He wants to make a statement in Nissan Stadium. Here we go. Wow. I can't even hate the catch. Poorly placed ball from Drake May, but he made it happen. Jeez. Welcome in, Patty. This has been an exciting Titans game. Dang, of course they run the ball. Like if they're going to score, we need a Drake May to throw a passing touchdown. Just saying. Dang it! Sounds like a nice Sunday, Patty. Possibly missing Simmons a bit. Bucks or Lions? Probably Lions. Dang. All right. 24-13. If you guys are just jumping in once again, it is official. Billy Napier has been fired. It is true. All right, we'll see what the Titans can do here in the second half. Our first initial pick is still looking decent. It has life, for sure. And there's still a lot of football to be played. If they will hand the ball off to Spears a couple more times, we're good there. Target Manor one more time for a pass, and Drake May's definitely approaching the 200-plus passing yards. Joel, you wouldn't happen to be in here, would you? I wanted to show Joel something live on the Sleeper app, and it would be easier to show him than explain it through a text, but I'm not feeling quite as good about this one now, but there's still, again, a ton of football to be played. What's going on with these profile pics over here, y'all? I'll be honest, the way that's framed, it makes it look like I'm taking it up the butt right there. I'm just saying.
Touchdown! Titans!
I honestly think the Buckeyes are unbeatable, no troll.
Brew! You bet I take it anyways. I took it on Friday. I sure did. Mm-hmm. Brew says, I think the Buckeyes are unbeatable. We'll see. We'll see. As far as... You know what? We'll see, Brew. We'll see about that. Hey, appreciate you, the last golden boy. Okay, Titans need to respond here. Oh. Fakes a toss and takes a shot on the kick return. Patriots not fooled by that at all. And the Shaman on Bronzebeard. Nice. I'm going to try to play some this week, Brew, on my... Let me nerd out for a second, guys, on my Night Elf Hunter. What race did you go with? Now that Miami's back to, there's no bye week. I'm not going to the next game. It's a Saturday game, not Friday. A more Draenei. Oh! What? We have seen this happen so many times to Cam Ward, where the ball just slips out of his hand. Wow. It's a hold on the Titans. Cam Ward fumbles. The Patriots recover, take it into the end zone. Just like that, the game's freaking over. No one. The thing is nobody even touches him. That's probably the third time that's happened this year. Good call out them Buckeyes. Call them out, Will. Somebody needs to check those footballs. Good grief. I don't know how this keeps happening. Yeah, I saw some people jumping in. It is cool to see our guy Andy kicking in the league, though. That's pretty cool. We'll still hope that the Titans would beat him, though. AP poll reaction video will go up today. Oh, I'm just making a joke. It's on Ward. Yeah, I mean, that's something that he's done multiple times this season. Yeah, we'll react to the AP poll. I'm going to basically, once this stream is over, I'll hit end stream. I'll pull up the AP poll and hit record. Again, hopefully we'll get back on schedule this week. I know the channel's been kind of wonky. My apologies. It threw off the flow when I went to the Florida State game and multiple bye weeks. It just made it weird. Cam Ward, Rookie of the Year. I feel bad. My wife put money on that. And I'm probably a little bit to blame because I hype him up all the time. They put that Norvell is to be fired. Man, I went back and forth with the guy last night, a USF fan of all people, who told me he guarantees there's a 0% chance that Mike Norvell is fired. Right here, look. I tweeted out last night after the game. I said, I thought they would wait until the end of the season to fire Mike Norvell, but I don't think he can survive now. And then I made a little joke, a little jab. I said, I wish they would keep him, though. Just my opinion. A USF fan chimes in and says, 0 chance he is fired this year. And I said, it's a 100% chance he gets fired. And he said, public school, state school at that, isn't paying that kind of money, nor do they have it. We'll see. I would put an enormous amount of money on Mike Norvell being fired. You can sit here and argue about money all you want. Well, people find ways to come up with money. Somebody will sell off some of their stocks or something, or sell one of their 5 yachts, and they'll come up with the money. Mike Norvell could be fired as soon as Monday, according to online reports. Yeah, I mean, he's gone. He's gone 100%. I don't know how soon it will be, but he's fired. Do you give the ball to a defender that's in your face every play, too? Yeah, Jackson Dart is playing well. So is Scatterboo. Yeah. How's Cam doing? Started out great, but since has not been doing good. He coughed up the ball and gave the Patriots a free touchdown just a moment ago. They scored 2 touchdowns in 11 seconds. Okay, this should be about 3rd and 1-ish. Come on. Here we go. I mean, Snead's been getting burned all game. They're daring them to run. Golly bum, man. Oh, buddy. Big time sack for the Patriots. Titans need 1, so they lose 10. You know, it will be kind of a bummer. I didn't think about that. That will mean we won't see Mike Norvell face off against Billy Napier. You're right. I was looking forward to that. Everybody's getting fired. It might be Mike McDaniel next. Yeah, you're right. What does DJ Lagway do now? Good question. I don't know. I mean, somebody would want him if he did want to transfer. That's the thing. It's just, I don't know. I wish I knew where people were getting all this money, because money just seems different nowadays. People before would be like, well, this guy has a $50 million buyout. This guy has a $60 million buyout. They can't fire him. There's no way. They find a way to come up with the money. I'm telling you, you could tell me a coach has an $80 million buyout, and I would be like, you know what? If they've had 2 or 3 losing seasons and the fans are upset and they're pulling their support, they will find a way to come up with that money, and they will fire him. They will. We know what you mean, though. I wonder if that guy will delete his tweet when Norvell gets fired. I was going to try to bet money, but I didn't know if he would. McDaniel as a college coach. When you know people are clowning you for the outfit that you're wearing or the shoes, that you have on in a post-game press conference, you know it's over. You know you're cooked. They're nitpicking your choice in clothing. Mark Stoops has the worst buyout currently in college football. Thank goodness. Somebody tackled him. Running out of time here, though. And this has been when the Titans have really struggled. I know we've seen an offensive explosion late in a game or two, but it's never enough. It's when they're already down 2-3 scores. It's not going to happen. Titans typically play pretty poorly in the second half of games. They hang with teams, maybe even have the lead. We've seen this play out 100 times this season. Oh, big sack. Oh, thought he might have fumbled for a second. Okay. Titans defense with a stop. Come on. I don't know what happens to the Titans in the second half. They just can't play a complete game yet. Move it back. Come on. Let's get some good field position. Let's go. What happened to the Jaguars this morning? Did you guys see that? No way I would want to go play in these games that are overseas. Forget that. Don't remind you. I checked that this morning because, I went to bed at like 4 or 5. I can't remember what time it was. No way I was going to be up at 9:30 my time to watch that game. I opened up my phone and what? Where did the final score end up being in that? 35-7. Jeez. Stafford threw 5 touchdown passes. Dang, Travis Hunter had 101 yards and a touchdown. I saw him playing defense too. I saw him have a huge pass breakup. Trevor Lawrence looked like Carson Beck. I gotta laugh to not cry there. About to eat your sorrows away. Some Taco Bell would be good right about now. You've been beaten into submission. I feel you. It's been a rough weekend. The thing that I said now applies. Where's that clip? Let me find the clip from my channel. I've got the perfect thing, guys. Here we go. Are you ready? It finally applies. Here we go. Here. Everybody want a quick laugh? Just kidding. You can't hear that. Here we go.
Now I can be upset on Saturdays and Sundays, 2 days a week.
That was when I announced that I was going to start doing watch parties for the Titans and following Tennessee. But, the Miami had been handling business. Well, this week I get to take 2 L's. There's Lockett. Okay. What's going on, Dixon? That was an old-fashioned beatdown, huh? Now, to be fair, I don't think any Titans fans were expecting Tennessee to fire the head coach and then just all of a sudden win all their football games. But it was kind of a strong showing there early on. Was pleasantly surprised early on in the game. But this is what the Titans have had to do multiple times this season, where then they start airing it out because they find themselves behind. That's catchable ball, man. Got to catch that. Sometimes maybe Cam is putting a little bit too much on it. I mean, you're in the NFL. You still got to catch those when they're hitting you in the hands. Sometimes maybe he's putting a little too much juice on it. True. Yeah, give X a chance. A lot of people are saying, what do you got to lose? Yep, saw reports that Norvell could be out. Yep, it's happening. If it doesn't happen this coming up week or the week after that, it is happening. For sure. Third and 5, but as a Titans fan, this feels like 3rd and 15. They're bringing it. That's all you got to do. On 3rd down, obvious passing situations, just bring pressure, and it's game over. Cam Ward has been sacked 4 times this afternoon. Coughed up the ball and gave them a free touchdown. And yet somehow he doesn't have a lot of time, but people will still be covered. They can bring 10, and somehow that one man covers everybody. Golly bum, that's so frustrating to watch. How's Andy doing? He hit a field goal, and he's hit his extra points. He's doing fine. You're grudging on the Canes' loss? I'm laughing because, again, I am too. Oh, buddy. So many coops you typed. Imagine the robot lady trying to read that out. She would have a stroke. Just got to try to make it look a little more reasonable. No, I wasn't trying to get you to donate. I just know she'd freak out. Wow. It's the go-to for everybody. What's up, Perception? You're going to state what you notice. Let's hear it. Come on, man. Fourth quarter coming up. It looks like we might be cooked across the board, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. 1 quarter to go, guys. To be fair, this does have life. 100%. All that takes is one run from Spears. If Manor would have caught that pass, and surely Drake May throws for 6 more yards. We're not cooked. This one's okay. Our halftime play, our snipe, probably dead. Probably dead. I got you. Well, when this goes up, leave it in the comment section. This will go up as a video once the stream is over. But it will be wild, man, if, Billy Napier is officially fired, so we know that's a done deal. That did happen. Norvell gets fired. Going to be a lot of transfers. Is there going to be an opportunity to take some players? Yep. Do you give the Pats credit, though? Well, of course. I think they're a good football team. Drake May is doing really well in the league. Says everyone's getting fired. Can we send Dawson out with Norvell? And Simmons is out, which is a blow, obviously. That guy's a bully in the trenches. That hurts. Even though Ridley had been down most of the time, he had one game where he had like 100 plus. Still don't like not having him being able to play. Yeah, Van Jefferson is not Ridley when Ridley is playing well. Now that we are moving on to the fourth quarter, I do want to give a shout out to another sponsor here on the channel, TickPick. This is my go-to app to get tickets for the game, and I'm going to show you my absolute favorite thing about it, which is putting your butt in the seat and moving your phone around to check and see what the view from your seat is. So as the fourth quarter starts here, I do want to tell you a little bit more about TickPick, and then we'll get right back to it. The Miami Hurricanes are now playing the most important games of the regular season. It's time for ACC play, so I'm sure that a lot of you are looking for tickets. What if I told you that I know a way to avoid paying hidden fees on those tickets? And that's honestly a big pet peeve of mine. Why can't the price I see listed be the price I actually pay? And this is why I'm so thankful for the sponsor of today's video, TickPick. With over 20 million downloads, TickPick has you covered. NFL, NBA, concerts, festivals, and you guessed it, college football games. TickPick gives you the lowest prices guaranteed. No fees. What you see is what you pay. And of course, I have a code for you guys. You can use code HMA for $20 off your first set of tickets at TickPick with a purchase of more than $100. That's $20 off any tickets with promo code HMA. And yes, this includes Miami Hurricanes football games. Just make sure that you click the link down in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. So thank you so much to TickPick for offering same seats, better prices. Shout out to TickPick. Check them out. Download the app today and use HMA to get the $20 off of your tickets. Showed your father TickPick. I like that app a lot. My big pet peeve is I want to be able to see the view from my seat, so I love being able to do that. 3rd and 3 here for the Patriots. What's up, Mayo? It's because it's a big-ass scam, sandbagging. How do you have Louisville 6 weeks into football and they're unranked and hidden on the back burner? Oh, you're talking about you had something to say about the Miami situation. I got you. Did he get it, though? Where's the spot? Where's the spot? What? Okay. Let's see it. They put him a yard past. Wow. Drake May is just having a heck of a year. What's your thoughts on something about Billy getting fired? I wish they would have kept him. Why'd you cover up the Miami light and the Titans flag? Some of these places have some weird requests, I will admit. Some of them don't want you to try to, I guess. So I'll just be blunt, right? Some companies don't want you possibly to push their product. And then if you have a certain team logo in your background, it would make people not want to use it because they hate that team, if that makes sense. So there would be people that would be like, you know what? I'm never going to download Sleeper because a Miami fan says he likes Sleeper. It's silly, but I get it. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I see where they're coming from, but I do think it's weird. I think it's weird that anybody would think like that, number one. But also, it's a sports channel, you know. 3rd and 3. Can the Titans get a stop? They cannot. That's easy, light work for Drake May. Yep, that too. That too. Man, Titans getting hit with injuries like crazy in this game. It's been brutal. We were on cloud 9 in that first quarter. It's funny, the Titans watch parties have basically just become an opportunity for us to chill and vent about possibly what happened to Miami the day before, in this case 2 days before, and then yell a couple of times because we see the Titans screwing up. That's just the reality. That's what the Sunday Titan streams have become. And tracking some sleeper picks for fun to see if we can win some money. That's what our Sundays are. I'm telling you, I still got a good feeling about this one. As long as they're not limiting Spears for some reason. If he's on some sort of snap count or something, I don't know. That one's doable. It sure is. The Miami Hurricanes are now playing the... I do that every single time. Does this mean we are losers? I do feel like a loser when my team loses. Yes. So I'm not calling anyone here losers, but I feel like a loser. Yeah. The psychology behind it, you want to root for a winning team. When the team wins, you win. And when the team loses, you lose. I feel like a big loser. I do. I took double L's. I'm a double loser. Exactly. See, took the words right out of my mouth. Yep. Nobody likes to lose in life. We should be able to handle Stanford. Yeah, I think Miami bounces back. Win or loss against Louisville, I would have felt like that they're going to handle Stanford. Definitely. Wow. Huge sack for the Titans on the first down play there. Sweat gets a sack and then proceeds to rub his belly. That's something. Oh, fair, man. You know. I always say jump in here and root for your team. I've never had any love for the Patriots, no matter who they're playing. But if that's your squad, man, it would be something to be excited about. They have a pretty bright future if Drake May keeps playing like he is. Oh, the TikTok one, where the Louisville player flipped off Irvin? Oh, no, the Carson Beck. Yeah, I saw that, yeah. 3rd and 12. Oh, hit. Nice job. They might want to try to protect Drake May. He looks like he's hurting. DK calls fair catch. Not to be negative, but there's not enough time to win this ball game, but try to make it look respectable here. March down the field, get a quick score. Yeah, I remember when people said I look like Beck. They're just trolling me. They don't mean it. I don't mean it. Can't see the scoreboard. Nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. We have weather alerts here, and they are covering the scoreboard with the weather alerts. Crazy, right? Even I don't know how much time is left in the game. I can't see it. I guess they've given up on the Titans, too. They just want the game to be over. No, I haven't seen that specific one. I'll have to. I can look in the mirror and laugh. So, a serious question: why are we not using Ray on speed sweeps of the quick game to get upfield? And Dawson hates those plays, I guess. A little over 8 minutes left in the game, y'all. Once again, appreciate y'all hanging out with me on NFL Sunday. We don't have the epic meltdowns like we do in the Canes games. I'm expecting the Titans to lose and just praying for a win. There's no reason to throw my computer out the window. I don't know. There were people bringing up injury stuff with Beck about his thumb and his elbow. Personally, I didn't hear anything about it. That doesn't mean that there's no truth to it. But I didn't hear anything. Again, Helm always has about 2 receptions per game. And now the problem is, right? The play that Beck threw the interception, Lofton was wide ass open. Now they got pressure in his face, right? McCoy got beat bad, but Beck locked on to Tony. As a matter of fact, he had somebody open down the sideline. I can't remember who it was. There was a receiver that was wide open on the sideline, and you also could have thrown it down to Lofton, who had a ton of green grass in front of him. It would have moved the chains. Sometimes Beck focuses too much on Tony. Electric playmaker. Go-to receiver. But sometimes he just laser locks on him, and it's frustrating. But some of it's Dawson's play calling. Yeah. Some of it's on Beck. Well, looky there, guys. Once again, it was shared with everybody. We're not out of the woods yet, because if Spears gets tackled for a loss and they take some yards off the board. But right now, we are all green on the play that I shared with everybody on Friday. I've been sharing all of my sleeper picks for the Titans games. I shared this one. As of right now, we are all green. PI. This is the halftime play, though. We got a little greedy. I should not have did 20 on that halftime play. Oh, was it Fletcher going down sideline on one and Daniels on the other? Was it Daniels that was open? It was the left sideline. He had somebody running down on the sideline there. It's the one where he threw to Tony in triple coverage, basically. And then he had Lofton coming across, heading towards the left sideline there. And he had both of them open. And he never, if you look at him now, there was pressure on him. 100%. He would not have had time really to go through multiple reads there because our O-line got beat. That's what I was saying. When I watched the game back, I was like, holy smokes. It almost seems like now, before Miami, it was like, well, we're faster than everybody. But when we played like the big boys, like the big SEC schools and stuff, right? That's what we used to say. We couldn't handle it because we got bullied. Now we're bullying teams, and then if they're fast, we're getting smoked. Dang, come on. Another sack.
Yo Co-op, I want one of those U.S. next to my name.
Ward checks it down to Spears. 4th and 14. Can't get there. Tommy, thank you for the 2. You want one of those U's next to your name? The way to get the U by your name is there's a join button beside the subscribe button. But it does cost money to become a Canes fan member. It directly supports the channel. It's never required. Never, ever required. I don't want you to think that's why I'm mentioning it. Just letting you know how to do it. Thank you for the 2, Tommy. You get access to some Canes fan member only emotes and stuff like that. You get the U by your name. Appreciate you. I'm so mad we got greedy on the halftime picks. Still happy we got a W, though. On Sleeper. So that would mean if people had followed the last 3 plays that I shared, minus the halftime plays during the game. I'm talking about before the game kicks off. That would be three wins for the people.
We ballin', boy.
The Dolphins are getting dominated by the Browns. Yeah, they are. Yep. Tommy! There it is. That U's looking good, Tommy. Can we get a nice warm welcome to Tommy? We're throwing up U's in the Titan stream. That's how we roll. Welcome officially to the Canes fam. If you might have to refresh, you might have to go out and back in, but now you have access to emotes like the foam U, the touchdown, you got the yellow flags. All kinds of good stuff. Thank you for the support, Tommy. Now, what do the Patriots do here? Are they just going to milk this bad boy? Move them back. Titans are about to be 1-6. I don't know who they look for. Like, who do they try to hire? There's been a lot of fans upset with the people up top. Not even just upset with the head coach, but the people that are running things within the organization. So it'll be interesting to see how they approach this hire and who they go with. Wow. May with a very wobbly pass, but complete. Try them out, Tommy. Let's see them. I thought the Titans would maybe at least get in field goal range in the second half. I'll be real. Very disappointed in that. I guess the Patriots made some adjustments. There it is. The Carson Beck hit. They do get the ball back here. All right, here we go. They hired Dawson. Dawson as Titans head coach. The Giants play at 4:05. I'll probably watch that game. Honestly, to watch Dart and Scatterboo. God, you guys are right. The Dolphins are an absolute disaster. They need to fire Mike McDaniel and get rid of Tua. Oh, you're watching Coop, not the game. This is when the Titans have done well, is if they just have to go hurry up and you just have Cam Ward go out there and get the ball out of his hands quickly. Saw this in their last game. Hello, ref? Titans are trying to hurry up, and the ref comes over and stops the play. Whatever, here we go. Good play from Pollard there. Watching Coop, the Titans, and the Dolphins. They absolutely could score here. Just play the whole game like we're already down 2 or 3 scores. Ah, no gain. Snapping the ball quickly and not there. Third and 10. Come on. It's hard to clap it up when you feel beaten down. Jefferson. He gets it. He got it. Jefferson's holding his hip. He's a little gimpy. Dropped. No. Picked off. Oh, buddy. Tipped, man. Tipped by a Titans player who couldn't catch the ball. Yep. Tipped, deflected, whatever you want to say. It was thrown behind him. I mean, that's on Cam Ward. I almost said that's on Beck. That's on Ward. That's a poorly placed ball. Patriots are probably just going to run the ball here. Yep. Wow. They're just going to punish the Titans. So it'll be official. We'll double check one more time at the actual end of the game. But you know, we're very transparent about this stuff. We whiffed on the halftime play. We got the Pollard yardage, but Titans offense just completely stalls out minus that drive, then ends up in a pick. So we whiffed on the halftime play, but we still came out okay because we turned 20 into 40 on the other play. It makes me happy that we've hit back-to-back Titans. Actually, let me see. Wins. So Titans, Raiders, we won 2. We won 2 on the Titans-Raiders game. We're going to win 1 on this one. Okay, so we've won 3 Titans plays in a row. But we did also lose the halftime play this week. I couldn't remember. It has been a rough week. You're darn right it has.
This is what it takes to wear the
Tucci!
U on the side of your helmet.
We should win out, but like issues that are not fixed, week to week history tells us otherwise. Lose again, no playoff. 10 needs a QB package if he sees nothing he can run. Another layer for teams to defend against. No trickery, be dynamic with the talent.
Yep. It would be very cool to see with Malachi Tony. I just don't know if Dawson is going to. When I say get that creative, I don't know. He doesn't really seem to like to do those things. Minus again the 2-point conversion. We saw that, right? But yeah, you're right. Margin for error is super thin now. You got to go 11-1. You have got to go 11-1 for sure. Check your email too. I sent you an email back, Tucci. Thank you very much for the birthday gift. That was crazy. I opened it up and was going to see if I could decline it because that was wild. But I started drooling and then I hovered over the confirm button. You know, I saw those pictures and I said, wait a minute. I'm going to cook those bad boys up well done when they get here. Thank you for the big 10, Tucci. Dawson play calling suspect.
Hey, boy.
You think we won't win a natty with Dawson as offensive coordinator? It is just frustrating that, yeah, Miami has to be in the lead. It really does feel like. Miami has to jump out to an early lead, make it a 2-possession game, and drain the clock. If they're not doing that, I feel like I'm going to be super concerned. Was already a little worried about it, but then we saw it happen in real time against Louisville, having to try to fight and claw our way back in. And again, Miami almost did, to be fair, but it's just it's not their game. Max is a better OC than Dawson. He's hanging out in here, but I don't think you can see him. Yeah, I think even if I turn this off, I don't think you can. Yeah, don't pick it up. He's in here. So what do we have? We had 24-14. It's 31-13. Off by 7 for the Patriots, 1 for the Titans. It's not said and done yet, though. The Patriots could score again. They're probably just going to try to run it out, though. Just depends on if the Titans give up a big play. Yep. Patriots on top, 31-13. Going to be the final score to the game. Sorry about the scoreboard again. Blame the broadcast. Oh my gosh, they're chanting Vrabel. Are the Titans fans chanting that? Or the Patriots fans that are there? Oh, it's the Patriots fans. Okay. I thought they meant the Titans fans were chanting his name as in they wanted him back. Heck, there might be some of them that join in. One and 6 are the Titans. Imagine being the team that lost to us. The game is over. Yep. Patriots on top, 31-13. Man, took 2 L's, bro. This game flew by. It was under 3 hours. It's like a 2 hour and 45-minute game. I mean, what do you really expect? One and 6. Next up for the Titans. Oh no, it's a rematch against the Colts. The Colts put up 41 on the Titans back in September. Oh, buddy. All right. If I just happen to get a cold next Sunday. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. Well, Titans got to play the Colts. They lost 41-20 when they played September 21st. Really, it would be. You're not wrong. Titans could very easily be winless right now without the crazy play against the Cardinals. Appreciate y'all again for tuning in on NFL Sunday. Owning the board this afternoon is my man Tucci. We got some love from Tommy Cruz. Welcome officially to the Canes fam, Tommy. The Big Brew, Jared Brooks, multiple times. I Am Battlefield, King Season, Antonio Jenkins. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the love. But Titans lose. Canes lose. Billy Napier fired, which is bad news for us, even though we don't play them, because that would mean they would continue to lose. Mike Norvell probably getting fired. It was a weekend. I tell Amber I don't want to hear it, Kyle. I'll see y'all here in just a little bit for the AP reaction. And I may make a quick video about Billy just so people can leave comments. Literally just so I can see what Canes fans have to say. Tell her I'm mad. I'm mad at her, and I'm mad at the Patriots, and I'm mad at the Titans. Love y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat something. We don't run. We don't hide. We're here. I'm in multiple abusive relationships, but I keep coming back. For real, congratulations if you have followed the last 3 or 4 sleeper picks, minus the halftime plays. You'd be up. That'd be 3 or 4 in a row. But if you're looking for a win on the field, you're going to have to look elsewhere. Tighten up.